Well, hello again, Dean and Vinny. You'd asked about also showing the sourdough drop biscuits and gravy that I made for you while you were up here. So here, I'm going to go ahead and make some. Now here's my starter. It sat up all overnight. I've already put my starter back in the fridge, so this is ready to go. What I need to start with here is a 1 cup of sourdough starter. Now this left over here is approximately 3 cups or so. I can make several batches. I'll start with just a simple batch of basic drop biscuits. We're going to start with 1 cup of starter. One good old cup there. Now I'm using a stainless steel bowl here in this one because this is going into a recipe. I don't have to worry about the stainless steel possibly killing off any of the sourdough. Now to that, what I want to add is 1/3 cup of vegetable oil into this bowl here. Now sometimes this oil getting incorporated into the sourdough takes a bit. The sponginess of the sourdough doesn't want to readily take it. Just got to keep working it. It'll eventually go in there. Now for the rest of the video, I'll probably have to make a second video to show you how to do the basic sausage gravy. With YouTube now, and I see that there's a limit of only 10 minutes each video, regardless of what course you take. So this will be just the biscuits and gravy video part 1. Part 2 will be the gravy. So as you can see, the oil and the flour are pretty well incorporated there, or the oil and the starter, I should say. Now I'll just set it aside, and in a second bowl, now I need to have 1 cup of flour. Once again, I just use an all-purpose unbleached flour. We'll be sifting together several dry ingredients here. Here we're putting 1 cup of flour, and then we want to have 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Now remember, this is just the basic drop biscuit. With the rest of my sourdough starter, I will make a couple of batches of a good snacking biscuit. What I do to this recipe is I'll add 2.5 tablespoons of sugar and about maybe a teaspoon or so, a little bit less, of cinnamon to make a good just a snacking biscuit. They're good to just snack around on. So this flour and the baking soda. I now also need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Get this all mixed up real good here. That should mix it up pretty good. Now I'll take and add this to the starter and the oil I've already mixed up. And this is just your basic dough. I'll mix it the best I can. First with the spatula. Oh, I'm sure others have better ways of doing it. I was shown this basic drop biscuit recipe with sourdough by an old timer a bunch of years back while in hunting camp down on the Sayou River, which is it's east of here. I'm not sure how many miles from Cordova it is. But that old timer, he liked this recipe because it's so basic and simple in nature. There's no having to mix it up and letting it sit and no rolling it out and having to cut it. See, now that's about the best I can do with the spatula. So I'll set the spatula aside. Now my hands aren't clean. I'll just finish mixing this with my fingers to all of the dry ingredients, and the sourdough itself is incorporated. Kind of like kneading, I guess, but I'm just mixing it, making sure it's all good incorporated. And you're doing it, you'll notice at some point when it's all, so there, it's pretty good. It's all mixed in. So there's your basic biscuit mix right there. So now what I want to do is take an ungreased cookie sheet. This is the non-stick sheet. And so what I want to do is just with a regular old spoon, this is going to make, and I just want to break some off because it is rather elastic, and just squish it up and make a little biscuit in style. Just put it on there. Or if you had kids, kids can even make shapes with it, I guess. But you just put it on the sheet, and this will make maybe about a dozen or so. Get this out of the way. You just keep on. So you just keep on chunking it off with a spoon, or you can use your fingers. The old timer, he showed me with a spoon, so that's kind of how I just been doing it. And just put them on there. Yeah, I suppose you could roll this out and cut it with the cutter if you want, but just as easy just to do it with your fingers. There's 9. And you still got this much left. It'll make about a dozen. Dozen of some perfect little biscuits. They will rise a little bit while they're still cooking. Oh, this one actually will make a 13th. I'm not superstitious, so I don't really care. So now all it's left to do is I'll preheat the oven at 350 degrees and cook these for approximately 15 minutes. And I'll show you what they look like after they come out of the oven. Okay, well there's the timer. So time to take these mugs out of the oven. Boy, if you can only smell these things, they absolutely smell incredible. There they are. Nice, beautiful little biscuits. I'll take those things out, let them get cooling down, and then all I got to do is make the gravy. And I'll go ahead and put those on here to cool down. I don't have a cooling rack. Something I should get, I guess. But here we go. Here's a basic drop biscuit. I'll get to making some gravy now.